My sister is married to a bad man, and it feels like there's nothing I can do. My sister is 28 and has been married to her husband for about 3 years. They dated for 5 years before getting married. I have a bad feeling about him. Always have. Nobody in our family particularly likes him. We still include him in everything, but we just have a feeling about him, I guess. My mom's the only one who has outright said she doesn't like him. She's told my sister that, and she's even told him that. He doesn't have a criminal record, no issues with drugs or alcohol, gainfully employed, conventionally attractive, but it just seems a little too perfect. Fake. A good liar? He also loves to spend money and show off by buying expensive things both for himself and for gifts for others. That's very unlike my sister or our family. I know she's even asked him to not buy her so many Christmas presents because it makes her feel uncomfortable having 30 gifts to open in front of everyone. Yes, he's bought he that many Christmas gifts before. He doesn't listen. And if he's buying something for himself, it always has to be top of the line, the best of the best. He has so many toys he doesn't even use. Again, very unlike my sister. I know she doesn't like how he is with money or with his need to show off, but she just seems to have accepted it and has made comments about not wanting to argue about it anymore. She defends him by saying he's made her realize that sometimes you need to buy top of the line. It'll last longer, etc. She just sounds so defeated when she says it. I've seen them argue, but it was years ago. Since then, she always acts like everything is perfect with them. I get the sense that she never wanted me to see behind the curtain, and now she goes out of her way to make sure everyone thinks their marriage and life together is perfect. I'm not sure that he physically hurts her. I have no evidence of that, but I do believe he verbally and emotionally abuses her. She seems sort of dead behind the eyes a lot of the time, like she's actually miserable when he's around, but she goes above and beyond to make it seem like they're so happy. Years ago, when I witnessed arguments between them, it was because she found out he's invited another woman out on a date. They weren't married yet, but living together and in a serious relationship. The only reason I found out was because I was visiting them and staying at their condo for a few weeks that summer. We lived in different states at the time. Otherwise, I don't ever think she would have told me or anyone else in our family. She wants to protect him and his image at all costs. I am convinced he has cheated on her since. He goes away for long business trips to places like Las Vegas, Japan, Hawaii. Sure, January unusually long business trips, a few weeks at a time. She's never invited. Nobody he works with has ever met her. For all we know, his coworkers don't even know he has a wife. One time, the topic of having children came up. Our other sibling was having a baby and my sister said something to the effect of always imagining she'd have kids, but it wouldn't be responsible to have a baby with husband. I asked her what she meant by that. She said to forget she said anything. I still don't know exactly what she meant by that, but it's always bothered me. Growing up, she always wanted to be a mom. We always talked about baby names and things we do together with our kids and all of those things sisters talk about. So, for her to declare that she was child-free and probably only ever going to have dogs once she got married to him was weird to me. Now she's pregnant and I asked her what changed. What happened to the only having dogs? She said she didn't plan for the pregnancy to happen, but it did, and he threatened to divorce her if she got an abortion. She wants the baby, but she told me she doesn't want him to be the father of her child. She does want to be a mom. It was the first time she said something clearly negative about him, ever. Then she tried to make it seem like it was just going to be like how he wanted to adopt their dogs, but doesn't do any of the care for the dogs and won't even walk the dogs with her. Instead, she has to go on multiple walks every day since it's hard for her to walk them at once. Of course, she wouldn't say anything more and tried to blame it on her hormones. She's the type of person where if you try to sit her down and have a genuine heart-to-heart conversation, she gets uncomfortable and shuts down or will literally run away. I'm so nervous for her. I feel so helpless. I know my gut is right about him, and it's like, what's going to have to happen for me to be proven right? I know nothing I've written here sounds like a huge red flag, most likely, and I realize as I'm trying to type it out that the feeling I have is just really hard to put into words.